All right, Dr. Perez, hi again.
How are you?
Good. Let's talk today about brushing teeth. What toothbrush to use and all. We all know we need to brush 2-3 times, where what, but there's lots of, how, where, what, electric brush, soft brush, hard brush. You maybe go a little bit into flossing, or there are different types of flosses which are better than others, or things which we, despite the fact that we do it, seem to be neglecting on a daily basis, even though we're doing it. For instance, my wife, when we start together brushing, I already read half of a book by the time she's still brushing. And, I'm already done. I'm all done. And she's still brushing. So who is better? Who is worse off? Is she maybe overdoing it? Am I underdoing it? What's the deal? Oh.
Okay. Well, as far as, just like anything else in life, Helmut, as far as time put in, obviously it's thoroughness of what one is doing as opposed to just spending time. You can pick up a toothbrush, focus in on one area, and just stand there for 5 minutes and rotate it around in one area, and so you spent 5 minutes. Have you really cleaned your entire mouth? No. So one of the things that I want to, impress is basically thoroughness. So it sounds like you're faster and more thorough than your wife. I don't know. You're reading the book. She's not. Whatever. You guys can battle that one out. But get the idea that thoroughness is a big thing. As far as brushing, obviously, the more you can brush during the day, the better. If you can brush after every meal, terrific. That's great. Soft bristled toothbrush. That is the main bristles that one wants to use. When I was younger, it was medium and hard bristled brushes. Medium and hard bristled brushes will actually abrade the gum tissue and can actually abrade some of the enamel on the teeth too. You can actually notch the enamel on the teeth. So everyone should stay with a nice soft bristled brush. Now, the argument that I get on that is like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything with this. I got to really scrub in there. The bristles will do the work. Let the bristles do the work. Let them thoroughly do their job in there and hit all surfaces as best you can. As far as floss goes, dental floss is nothing more than glorified string. They make all different kinds of flosses out there, waxed, unwaxed, ribbon, tape, you name it, they got it, okay? What's best to use? What best fits your hands and that you like using. People will say, should I use waxed or unwaxed? It's glorified string. Go in there, use it if it feels comfortable. People say, well, I like dental ribbon better than just regular floss because it's a little heavier duty. Great. Use that. Once again, the using it and the thoroughness is more important than whether it's waxed or unwaxed. So get the idea that taking the floss in between each tooth, working it around thoroughly for, 2 or 3 seconds. That's all you need. Pop it out, go to the next tooth, you're fine. Thoroughly hit all of those contact points between each of the teeth, and that will get you a fine product. Now, can some people do that in a couple minutes? Absolutely. Do some people like to dwell on it and do it for 5 or 10 minutes? Absolutely. Okay, it's not a one size fits all. It's be thorough. Use a soft bristled brush. Use dental floss. And use whatever fits as far as a floss. Also, people ask me all the time, what type of toothpaste do you recommend? I recommend anything that's non-abrasive to the teeth in there. And there are a ton of manufacturers of toothpastes. There are a ton of different types of toothpastes in there. Stay away from anything that feels gritty in your mouth, that feels abrasive, because it can make the teeth sensitive. Once again, even with a soft bristled brush, that grittiness, get the idea, kind of like wet sand in there, can make the teeth very sensitive. So you want to stay away from that. Stay away from, or stay with things that are very, very, they just feel light, creamy in there. And they have all kind of toothpastes out there for people with sensitive teeth. There are all types of desensitizing toothpastes out in there that work very, very well. There are whitening toothpastes that are okay. I don't think they particularly glorify or whiten your teeth any better than you just cleaning and brushing them really well. That keeps all of the stain and the discoloration off your teeth. So that's the best defense against discoloring teeth.
All right. Now, What about electric toothbrush versus a hand toothbrush? Any difference there?
I do a lot of soft tissue management programs in my dental office, and that just basically stands for or relates to people that have gum and bone problems. And one of the things that we are sticklers about when they get this is they get a device called the Rotodent. A Rotodent is a rotary instrument that is exactly like when the hygienist is polishing your teeth, only the brushes and the filaments are very, very, very fine, so they can get around all of the areas and get in between there, and it's very thorough and very, very gentle. I love the Rotodent because the Rotodent works very, very well. I've used it for years on myself and my patients, and I can tell you this, once again, if the patients use it and they're thorough with it, it will handle the gum disease and keep it in check. It's a wonderful thing to have. As far as other brushes out there on the market, I think anything that helps you get in the routine of really going in there and, using something. Okay? If it's an electric brush that you like to use, once again, if the bristles are soft, but that's your thing because you know you'll brush your teeth better if you're using that, hey, go right ahead. Have at it. Absolutely fine. Once again, I like to stay away from anything that's stiff bristled in there. And once again, that's why I like the Rotodent. The bristles are sable. They're soft. And for the first couple of weeks when you're getting used to it, it'll actually tickle in there. But it's a wonderful polishing instrument. When you're done using it, it will feel exactly like when the hygienist is done running the polish on your teeth. It's wonderful.
Well, great. Well, it looks like that what you're saying here is like with exercise. When you ask which exercise is the best, and one of the right answers there is the one you will do is the best.
Exactly. Exactly. They're all great. Okay, the ones that you do are going to work, and the ones that you read about go, I'm going to do that tomorrow. That's not going to work at all. It's application. It's the doingness. Okay, if you want to have nice clean teeth, you got to do is before have, and you just have to do the stuff in there. Does it have to be a long ritual through the day? Absolutely not. A couple of minutes of thorough beats 10 minutes of thinking about it. So that's what I encourage people to do.
So if you want to have a good teeth, no infections, you got to do the brushing so you can be healthy.
Exactly. You got it.
Well,
it's not the other way around. Life doesn't work the other way around.
Well, all right. Well, one more question about it, though. Is it more important to brush the teeth or the gums, or is there some in between, and to get in between? What is there some importance level there? Is there one?
It's all important. You can start with brushing the teeth, and if you're using a soft bristled brush or something like the Rotodent, those bristles are going to get on the gum tissue as well as they're going to get on the teeth. So work it around the surfaces of the teeth, the inside and the outside, so that you're actually massaging and toning the gum tissue also. It's all important. It's very important. When you're done with that, it's a great idea to stick your tongue out and have at it on the top surface of your tongue, because that tongue is like a shag carpet where bacteria and stuff will hide. And believe it or not, that is one of the most effective ways of cutting back or cutting down or actually eliminating any type of breath odor, because a lot of that infection, a lot of that bacteria makes a home on the tongue. And just clean it and scrub it really well with that soft bristle brush, or you can use a tongue scraper. A tongue scraper looks like a little plastic rake where you can run over in your tongue. And it will do worlds of good as far as making your tongue feel healthy and eliminating any type of breath odor that you have that's caused by the tongue.
Well, wonderful. Thanks a lot for this information. I'm sure it will help lots of people. Bye-bye.
We're hoping so, Helmut. We're hoping so.
All right.